The Unreal Engine Editor Details panel is an important way to adjust any object in the level viewport. Based on what type of object you selected, its details panel will change as well. For example, if I click on this chamfer cube, we will see the following details. On the other hand, if I select this point light actor, the details panel will show different properties. One common thing for all details are these transform properties. As you observe here, we have location, rotation, and scale properties. Sometimes for more precision, you might prefer to edit these transform properties instead of using select and transform tools in the level viewport. You can try it out with me now. To scale an object uniformly, on all axes click on this little lock icon. These mobility settings are here to adjust lighting settings. We will deal with this in another section, so please ignore these settings for now. Here we see what static mesh is selected at the moment. This feature is very handy, as you can quickly locate the displayed asset in your content browser by clicking this small icon. Or by using keyboard shortcut Ctrl and B. Now I will select a fence static mesh to demonstrate something. As you can see, I selected the fence static mesh in the level viewport and clicked Browse to Asset button. Now the content browser has taken me to a location where the fence static mesh is located. Now I will quickly replace the chamfer cube mesh asset with the fence static mesh that I just selected in the content browser. To do so, I can select the chamfer cube and click on this tiny icon to replace asset that is selected in the viewport with the asset that is selected in the content browser. This part deals with materials. Think of material as skin for the selected object. At the moment, our chamfer cube uses a shade of blue. We can quickly change the material by expanding this property and choosing other material. I'll choose this light blue material. As you can see, the material of the selected chamfer cube has changed. Please note that we changed the material of only the selected asset. The asset in the content browser is still of original blue color. If you want to change the material for all the chamfer cubes, you can navigate to its location in the content browser by clicking this small icon. Now, double-click with the left mouse button to open the asset. Here, you can change the default material of the asset like this. Before you close this window, don't forget to save changes by pressing keyboard shortcut Ctrl and S, or by clicking on this small save icon. In this case, this save button will save only changes you made to the static mesh, nothing else. Now you can close this tab. As you can see, all chamfer cube materials have changed. And if I drag the chamfer cube from the content browser, it will still be light blue, as we already changed the material of the asset. In case of static meshes, the details panel hasn't much to show, but other actors like character blueprints usually have far more details. At first glance, properties for an actor can seem endless, but I promise you'll quickly learn what is what in the future lectures. Don't worry, we will deal with these properties in depth as soon as we require them for the purposes of the relevant lecture. For the time being, you are free to experiment for yourself and try out changing properties of different actors in this level. Don't worry if you break something. You can always create a new project to revert changes. You can also undo any setting you made by clicking on Edit and then Undo. It's also possible to undo changes by using a keyboard shortcut Ctrl and Z. If you want to redo changes, you can use keyboard shortcut Ctrl and Y. Remember these and try to use keyboard shortcuts instead of clicking the corresponding buttons with the mouse. Before you move on to the next lecture, please check out resources of this lecture. I added official Unreal documentation where you can find much more about the Details panel. I'm not going through each and every property since we'll deal with nearly all of them as we progress through the course. This is it for this lecture. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.